Yo, welcome to another episode of Edtv, man. If you press play on this video, hopefully you subscribe, comment, like, share the damn video, and hit the notification bell for whenever I upload it. It'd be nice. So just today on a random segment, I ran across this, and they asked Richard Jefferson what it's like to play with LeBron. He said, and I quote, he's a super competitive person. You know, we might just be getting to the gym, but he's been there for 4 hours practicing, training already, and he expects everybody to make the right plays, and if you don't, he'll cuss at you for it. But Iman Shumpert, on the other hand, broke down what it's really like to play with LeBron. This is what he had to say.
Can I sacrifice if I was scoring 20 a game somewhere else? Now it needs to be 12 a game.
Did you experience that?
Oh, yeah. I've had my time with T-Lou where I got off. Great playoff game. I'm really shooting it well. I'm like, next game, I know we about to run some plays for sure. Absolutely not, Sean. We're glad we made it out of game 2. Go sit in the corner, knock that shot down, keep defending like a madman, but we don't need you to score. I think it was a hard pill for me to swallow as a player to hear that. When I'm young and trying to get my stuff off, I'm like, man, I really want to get better and take that next jump in this league. And I'm being looked at like we're trying to win a championship.
Yep.
Your development, like T-Lou was, you know, back there, T-Lou, I know I probably had a little, we had a little razzle dazzle, you know.
Now, that right there is the actual truth. Richard Jefferson gave you the soft side of it. Iman Shumpert really gave you what it was really like, because if you follow when you watch the game, all of these players around him are spot-up shooters. You might have 1 or 2 scores on Cleveland in the later years. You had him, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. And then you had a bunch of Iman Shumperts and J.R. Smiths and Matthew Dellavedovas and Tristan Thompson just there for the rebounds. You just had them to do that. With the Heat, you had Dwayne Wade, Bosh, and him as well. You had all the other little key players around them just to rebound and spot up in the corner and shoot. That's what it's really like to play with LeBron, man. If you're a role player, you're going to be a role player. He just needs you to be on the perimeter when he drive and kick. He needs somebody to set that high screen pick and roll. That way he can get a mismatch on a smaller defender, either run him to the paint, and or if the pick and roll is not set correctly and he keeps the same defender on him, he wants you to set a pick for him. That pick don't work. All right, cool. Don't drive down. Pop back out to the three-point line so I can pass you the basketball. That exactly is how Brian ball is played. Drive and kick. All right, I don't got it in the paint right now. I'm gonna pass it out and you shoot the 3. Go stand in the corner and you shoot the 3. All of these players has suffered. A lot of players have suffered playing next to this dude, man. Matter of fact, I'll give you some examples. And these crazy examples I know. So when Chris Bosh, before he came over there to the Miami Heat, he was a killer. He was 23 and 11, 22 and 11, 22 and 9, 23 and 9, averaging 24. Now, when he went over there to play with the Miami Heat, his numbers dropped madly. 18 and 9, 18 and 9, 16 and 7, 16 and 7. And only after LeBron left, he went back up to averaging 21 and 22 points a game. Crazy, right? All right, let's go to Dwayne Wade. Before Dwayne Wade opened the door for LeBron to come over there, he was averaging 27, 28, 25, and 30. When LeBron gets there, those 4 years that he played, his numbers dropped. 26, 26, 22, and 21. Crazy, right? This is what it's like. You have to sacrifice your game to play next to him. That's why he's 4 and 6. He don't utilize the pieces around him. But let's continue. Kevin Love, he was a killer in Minnesota. Wasn't a winning team, but he was an all-star. He was a great player, averaging 20 and 15, 26 and 13, 18 and 14, 26 and 12. He get over there to play with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's 16 and 9, 16 and 9, 11 and 19 and 11, and 17 and 9. his game dropped drastically because he was put in the corner to shoot threes so the paint could be wide open for LeBron James to score. Let's continue again. So I took, Russell Westbrook has been one of those guys that has been bounced around the league, but as time went on, his value kind of dropped. But it dropped drastically after he left the Los Angeles Lakers. They tore Russell Westbrook's legacy up at the end. But I took 3 of his team stats. And when he was that last year with OKC, he was averaging 22, 11, and 11. When he went to Houston, when he was playing with James Harden, he was averaging 22, 8, and 7. When he went to the Wizards, he was averaging 22, 11, and 11. He get with the Lakers, his numbers dropped drastically. 18, 7, and 7. 16, 6, and 7. Horrible. Playing next to this dude, your game is going to suffer. You're going to lose some trade value depending on who you are. If you are able to hold it together like Kyrie was after LeBron left, you've seen some light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully Kate and Anthony Davis might see some light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry. But a lot of players, they don't actually, you might go up. You might go up after you're done playing with them, or you might go down, and next year or in the next year or two, you'll be out of the league. That's what it's like playing with him. Your trade value dwindles. You're not the same player. You're not the same person. And then what makes it sad is you are going to have to change your whole game. The way you play, whether you was playing the paint, whether you was handling the ball, whether you had you could take this amount of shots, your game is going to suffer because the ball has to be in his hands. Every single possession up the floor. This is where the heliocentric style of basketball came from. Luka plays it. Russell Westbrook plays it. Jokic plays it. James Harden played it. Around these dudes, your game will suffer. Your game will you will look like a completely different person. It look like you just got drafted to the league playing next to LeBron. No, you don't get to do nothing but sit in that corner and shoot that ball. No, you right there, you just rebound for me if I miss a shot. If anybody else missed these 3-pointers. All right, you, my big man right there, you come out the paint because I need that paint clear. And if I kick it to you, cool. If I don't, I get my points, and that's that. That's what it's like playing with this dude, man. Russell Westbrook is lucky he's not out of the league after leaving LeBron and Anthony Davis in the Lakers. He's lucky that he got more contracts. They was trying to send him to Utah. They was trying to send him to the graveyard, which is crazy to me. You know who Russell Westbrook was? A superstar. Now he's making less than the vet minimum after getting his legacy destroyed by the Los Angeles Lakers. Do you know how sick that is? That is horrible. You cannot tell people Russell Westbrook wasn't that guy until he got with the Lakers, and the way they treated him, they destroyed his trade value. It's sad. It's almost sad, but this is the kind of treatment you get with this guy, man. The worst teammate. One of the worst teammates in NBA history. He's worse than Jordan. But Jordan will cuss you out, but at least you'll win. But when y'all lose, he'll take the blame. This guy, y'all lose. Oh, it's my teammate's fault. But I did my part. Though. I got my triple-double. You got to say something to them. It's their fault. Throw them under the bus. That's just who this guy is. Kobe the same way. I didn't do enough for my team to win. It's all on me. I should have been better. I should have did a little bit more to make sure my team got to the finish line. Accountability. That's what a true superstar is, and that's what they do. But I digress. If you made it to the end of this video, hopefully you subscribe, comment, like, share the damn video, and hit the notification bell for whenever I upload it. It'd be nice. See if there's anybody else out there that thinks like us as in me and you. And with that being said, good day.